Welcome to the seat, Mena.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Introduce yourself to our audience.
Okay. I'm probably known as Joy Mena, but my full name's Joy Otta Oyenenwe. The brand is Joy Mena Realty. I'm CEO of Joy Mena Realty. So I started real estate. Let me just say after NYSC, I finished NYSC 2016.
Hmm.
The first job I got was with a real estate company, actually, when I came back to Lagos because I started in the north. And it was more of for rent we did. Then I got another job in, I did it for almost a year, but it was kind of stressful because of the fact that we have to keep on trekking, searching for properties. So I was not even looking like myself. So I started applying for other jobs. So we're making a good income, but the stress was not it at all. When you're not driving, you're doing real estate, it's stressful. So I got a job in Lekki and I moved, it came with accommodation. So I moved down to Lekki, with a logistic company. So I did that for, I think, 2 years. And I got married, kids, stopped working. I said I focused on business. We ladies now. I don't like being idle. So I had to put something. So I focused on doing a business, selling clothes and all that until my second kid was 2 years old, and I felt okay, it's a good time for me to go back into the work field and start all over. But I still need something flexible that I will still have time for. But if I decide to go back to normal day-to-day job, I will have time for the kids. And I need something flexible that to be me time. So what can I do that I know I have an idea of that I can do flawlessly and all that. So I thought of it. I thought of going back to real estate because I already had friends in church that were pushing me back to real estate in that period. And I was like, no, my kid takes time and all that. And they're like, no, you can actually do this now. I think you're not like unlike before that we're talking everywhere. It's more easier now to understand how to get source of properties when you're on the island. So I think after a while I decided to go back into real estate, 2020 into real estate. And it's not been an easy journey, trust me. What made it easy for me was the fact that I have had experience. I've had experience from sourcing firstly when I was still with the real estate company. And when I was still working for the real estate company in Lekki, they taught us marketing, how to understand marketing, how to view clients, how to make clients want to buy from you. So it was more like coming back into real estate really for strictly for selling. It was not as hectic as people would say because I have had experience on how to sell. I've done logistics company before, so I had an experience. So it was easier for me to just go in. And I think I made my first sale, my first house. I think my first sale, my first month I started. First month I started with.
Hmm.
Yeah, I sold an outright house. Yeah, clients paid
Wow.
outright. And the funny thing was that was the first time in my life I held $110,000 because he paid in cash in dollars. And that was 2020.
Wow.
I think I still have the picture when I snapped to the body like, no, I'm going to hold on to this.
Success.
So, but then experience after that, it wasn't as easy that I thought it was going to be because first I was married, and so I had limits of how to market my when you marry, we can't just go out in the evening because then when I was in logistics, we just take ourselves out in the evening, we and the girls, our opportunity for us to meet people. But you can't do that again. You can't just go out in the evening. So I had limits to it, and I had to focus more on online. I started running ads to get people, and I started like understanding more about real estate. I read more on it. I did master classes so that it could kind of it improved me so that in case a client comes to me to ask me like questions, I should be able to answer professionally. I need to understand the game. So I did more of understanding the environment, like a whole lot of things I had to do before I got to where I am today. We thank God. God has been faithful.
Wow, it's quite a journey. After service, you had went straight into real estate. How did that thought come about?
Oh, okay. When you're in your last 3 months in service, they'll be telling you start applying for jobs. Start applying for jobs though, because it's not easy as you think. So my last 3 months, I was just applying anyone. I was just applying anyone I would just apply. So I wanted to stay back in the north. For instance, in Kaduna, I wanted to stay back. But I already got a job. But then it was during that crisis of Boko Haram. There was no crisis in Kaduna, but you know how parents are. They're always worried about you want to
Yeah.
stay where they are fighting, blah blah blah. So, but I refused to come back. But when I now got 3 interviews in Lagos, I said, okay, let me come back. So I went for the 3 of them, and I got the real estate to start. So I just started in that one. I don't want to be idle. Let me start something first before I get something else. So that was how I started. I'm able to do other things at the same time. I could even go for other interviews doing that, because it was field work, so we were mostly outside. Not that we sit in the office, we're mostly outside. So an opportunity to do other things, and I still apply for other jobs. And so that was why I knew that if I needed something that is a bit flexible, if I want to go back, I think it would really worth it.
Wow. Is it that you studied something relating to real estate? Or
I studied my without no relationship with real estate. I work from Monday to Saturday. And you tell him, and my transport fare again was almost like 20K. So I just felt, what's the use?
you had to like take some courses on real estate management to get to where you are currently. Can you throw more light on that? What those courses were? Did you have to take it?
Oh, okay. It's just more like you want to be a doctor, you don't even understand the basic chemistry. So it's the same thing as doing that. I was able to understand, because most people just get into real estate because of they want to make money, more of the commissions that come with it. But I wanted more. I wanted relationship with my clients, because when I was working with a logistic company, I was able to build relationship with clients, and it kind of helped me to they were able to refer me to their friends, family, and all that. So I knew if I want to go back into real estate, I need to build relationship, not just making sales and just employ the client. So I need to know how. I already have an idea how to do logistics. So I need to understand how. So I knew paying for classes, paying for master classes that has to do with real estate, they will be able to teach you how to maintain relationship with clients. So I did some few courses, and luckily some were free, some were not free, but they were able to help me understand how to build relationship with clients, and how to make sure that clients trust you with their money, because it's not just about buying, they are trusting you with millions of naira. So they need to know that you're capable. You need to first of all look like you can actually handle it. You can actually, and because if you can't look like someone that can't have not seen 200,000 in your life, and you want to handle somebody that is about to buy over 100 million naira property, there's no way that person will want to trust you. So first of all, I was taught how to look the parts, that you can actually you look the fact that okay, if you give me this kind of amount of money to help you invest, don't worry, I'm going to multiply it, and your property is safe. So I was taught that, and I was also taught how to build relationship with clients. How not to force people to buy, just let them understand why they are getting this property. That's not just for you alone that is making commissions from it. It's the fact that in future time they'll remember you and say thank you. So those matter class taught me a whole lot.
You said look the part. Is it not expensive to look the part?
Yeah, okay. Okay, first of all, like my own case, when I went back 2022, I already own a car. So it was easy
Okay.
for me. But I always like my friends that I don't have. What they basically do is they beg me to borrow my car. So that what I mean is look the facts. Like don't come. Imagine somebody with wants to buy 100 million naira properties waiting for you at where he wants to get it. And he sees you sweating, you're trekking down there. So I thought, even if you don't have a car, use Uber, look decent, dress well. Let them know that okay, you can just go there and even say, ah, sorry, my car had faults. You understand? If you don't have friends that can borrow your car for you to use, you can just say something about your car having faults. You have to use Uber because you don't want to disappoint the client. They just taught us how to give that white lie so that they will understand that you understand what you're doing. You understand? So basically, that's how you just look the part. You can't come sweating, trekking for all the distance, and you expect somebody that drove down to come and trust you with the millions of naira. It's not possible now. They'll look for someone else.
Who is that customer that's the hardest to deal with?
See, in fact, when it comes to real estate, let me say almost all your clients, especially I've noticed something about when it comes to people that actually buy from me. People that mostly want to buy over 100 million naira properties don't really give me stress as those buying 3, 5 million naira property. You understand?
Mm,
Those ones, they already look at you. Those ones buy over 100 billion, 200 million. They've gone through your page first to understand who you are. Then when they don't slide into your DM, they are just asking you the basic things. Like they just want to confirm what you said is the same thing. And then the next, most of them might just, like, if they're not in Nigeria, they might do a visual inspection or they might send someone to come and, like, maybe they send a brother. And I've noticed people that send brother, it hardly ends well. Like, because the brother might have his own offer that he wants the person to use. So it might end up bad mouthing your property. I've had that before. So I learned from my mistake. So what basically I do is I just don't depend on the, like, maybe sending someone to come and see the property. So when I get there,
I've seen.
I will call him to let him know that we are there. Oh, this is it. We passed here. Because most times some brothers will want to lie just to feel just to make sure that they buy from the other person. Or some come and meet you later and say, if you not give me any commission inside, I'm going to make sure that it doesn't buy your property. So so I think if I've had it is most diaspora client that we send someone. I see I will fast. You tell me you're sending someone that day and that so that they'll start fast because I know it's not bringing those kind of people in. Like they would want to make sure, especially when they have something else, you just want to. So I try as possible when they come, I take them for lunch before we go, I just buy them something to eat first. Let me first let me tame you first. Then I kind of
Yeah.
explanation. I try to understand you while we're on our way there. I break conversations. I try to know the kind of person you are. So when we get there or when we are done, you've done your video. I will personally ask you, please, what do you think? Most of them I want to lie. It's okay, it's illegal. But when you go and tell the brother or sister, it's something else. They will tell that person. So I will just record our conversations there. I'll record our conversations. So yes. So just in case you decide to lie against me, because they do that a lot, I will have evidence to tell your brother that this is what you said to me. That no, because I had one that I even lied that documents were not complete. And then he told me I had to give him 40% of my commission. He actually went to the company to go and find out how much he wanted to buy it directly with the company. But not knowing that the company already gave me discounts because I was an old for popular realtor. I've told for them a lot. So they were giving it the prices that they increased. They were still giving it the old price just due to who was bringing in the client. So he now tried to go to the company to see if he could bring you somebody that was standing as a realtor so they can share the commission and still buy that same property. But when he got there, they told him the new price and they could not reduce. So he was now wondering why were they giving me that price? He now had to come back to me. So that's why he now said I was giving 40% of my commission. That he knows the commission, he knows the before
Wow.
he will tell his brother to buy. So I asked him, unless he's going to tell everyone that the property has issues and all that. Luckily, it was recorded and I sent it to the brother.
It's because they don't know you. They can't trust you. That's why they sent someone that they felt they could trust. But instead of ensuring the property is good to be purchased, he's just after his own court. Just give me my own court. I don't think I really care.
I was checking documents and all that for him to verify. He was not interested in that. He was just interested in, are you giving me or not? That's that we have another realtor that means that we give him the commission. You know those kind of things. And I told him
Yeah.
that I work with credibility, and I'm not just going to say because I want to sell. I'm gonna give you. I always see if you send a brother down to buy from me. definitely I would give that person something like thank you for bringing at least you without credit. I always give. And making it mandatory, asking me to give you 40%, like you've calculated the commission, you're not telling me you're going to, I have to give you. And your brother was not even paying outright, he was paying doing a payment plan. So you were saying I'm going to even give you the full commission set, and I'm taking the rest. The thing is, I'm
Wow.
not even greedy though. I'm not even, I was even willing at the moment to even just do the 60/40 because it was buying a lot. It was buying a lot. So to people, see a win-win for me. But him not saying the first one that his brother will pay, I'll have to give it. So what if the brother did not finish off his payment? What is going to happen?
So where did you get your money from?
Where will I get? So there, I said no, that is not possible. As he pays, I give you the money. I was like, how will I know when he pays the next one? Then I will not tell him. So I have to give him his own first. But I said it doesn't work that way. No matter what, you should know he's going to do a monthly payment. You saw he did a 6 month payment plan. So he's going to do a monthly payment. So you can always ask me at the end of the month. The greediness was way too much.
And that's it. You just had to like,
I always beg them, please, can we do a video call? Maybe you live abroad. I will beg you because I prefer dealing with you directly so that you understand. Some people might be like, oh no, because of I need to be sure that it is what it is. I understand perfectly, but there are some that would actually agree. So what I do is when I get to a particular landmark that I know is familiar with, I start a video call. So I just put it in my dashboard in front of my car, then you just start driving. So you can see the roads, like the road if there's water and all that while we get to our
mhm,
destination. I've actually bought from me doing that. Why some might still insist on no, I must send somebody to see it. Well, I think that more people that they send, and most especially when they send a lawyer, is more scary because most lawyers, yeah, when they send a lawyer, why I say it's more, it's almost impossible because a lot of lawyers too, they know how conviction works. So they will also want to take half of your commission. That is lawyers for you. There are a lot of lawyers who want to do that.
the lawyer will be paid to do a job, but he's looking for commission.
it, but how you treat him will determine if you want the client to buy from you. But I've had some sincere lawyers that I've gone with. That when we even get there, safe, they will just when they check coordination, he's just going to send it to me directly. That yeah, okay, he's going to even do a screenshot of with his client and tell me, okay, you're still the client, good to go. Property is okay. You can actually make payments. And those ones, one time when I was like, okay, please send your account, let me appreciate it. No, 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 it's fine. Those ones have integrity. Those ones they have integrity. When you see stuff, they will tell you. If you don't drop money, we will tell it.
Okay. And the thing is, it's not all the time you meet people with integrity.
See, it's almost possible. It's almost impossible to see people with integrity. It's basically, let me just say, maybe 20 out of 100, you can see some lawyers that they have really good integrity. They'll tell you what it is. And even the ones that said, oh, okay, there's some that will say, okay, it's fine, but you'll find me something more. I'm really okay with those ones. That is really okay. But you asking me that 50-50 commission, if not, not say I'll be lawyer, I can go to the company and also sell. So I've let some client that way, some that will lie about properties just to make just to have they'll now go and maybe they'll go and look for a property next another company next to that one and sell that one so they
Mm.
can have the full commission. So people think people say real estate is easy, but hey, God of Gaza, it's not as easy as
Yeah,
it is.
I mean, you work hard to get those clients, and then someone that was called to come do a job will just look for a way to snatch that deal from you.
And they do that a lot. They do that a lot. But luckily, I at least some new clients. Because when I start, like, some client might just ask me immediately that this property where is it located, blah blah. I like it. I'll first ask you, what do you need the property for? Is it for future purpose? You want to start building now, or you want something? I need to understand what you need it for. So When you tell me is what you need, if I'll tell you no, that's not a good fit for you, you have to do another location.
Hmm.
So basically, because I do that a lot, some new clients tend to trust me to an extent. I didn't just say as they came to buy, they just sent me a message that they want to buy this. I don't say, oh yeah, come and make payment. I'm telling you, no, it's not a good fit for you. I'm losing.
Yeah.
I feel no, that's not what you actually need. So there's no need for you getting that. So we might start looking for what you need. I wish it might take a longer time, or you
Yeah.
might not even be patient enough to wait for me. Like love, I have a lot of diaspora clients that are very impatient, very very impatient, and most time they end up getting properties that are under acquisition later, or properties that get demolished. They'll not remember my page again. So
Hmm. So it's all about keeping it real with the client. I want the deal, but is it what you want?
yes, exactly. So that's why I tend to avoid that. I've had a client that we met that was 2023. Yes, that's where we met. And how we met was I ran an ad on one particular property I wanted to sell. So he told me up that he kind of liked it. So I asked him what he wanted to use it for and all. So he said it was for he wanted us something that was close to Lekki and all that. So I said, no, this is that kind of a bit further down. Like that's why it's kind of cheap. And then it was like another realtor told him that it's 10-minute drive to Aja. How can somebody say Eleko is 10-minute drive? And that time the road was not even good. Not
Yeah, with Nigeria's road.
you know, they've not even started fixing that road there. Now, at least we're driving to Eleko, you can take 45 minutes, 45 minutes, you get to
Hmm.
Eleko. Less than 40 minutes now to get to Eleko. But you told the clients 3 years ago that the road is 2 hours, that is 10-minute drive because he knew it was in diaspora, he doesn't understand the location, and he
Hmm.
doesn't want to sell. So I told him no. If he needs something close to Aja, what was his budget? Agreed. So he said he couldn't do more than this. I said, okay, you have to do a payment plan. If you know this is how your money comes in. We went with Shango Tedo. I don't know if you're familiar with Shango Tedo in Ajah. We went to Shango Tedo.
Hmm.
Closer to Lekki and all that. So when he came because he had already bought from that person before he met me. So he bought mine. When he came to the country, December period for the I wanted to see his property. So he said he wanted to go and see the guy there first. That's when he's coming back, he's gonna give me a call so I can see my own. Since mine was closer, so he has to go further first. All right, when he saw me, we're coming back, and he was like, I was so hungry. What happened? He said, do you know this bush this boy took me to? The ones I bought. He told me he was saying it's 10 minute drive. He was so hungry. And then me, I was like, okay, this is where ours is. Because we had ShopRite in Shangote that is just
Mm-hmm.
less than 2 minute drive down there. So we went in and he was like, this is what you got for me. I said, yes. In fact, that it dashed me, okay, there, right there, like I just made his day. Like he had been the nonsense there, he was coming with the anger. But getting something closer that I made his day. And before he left, he bought extra, another one. That same location because he loved it.
Hmm.
So I always
Hmm.
tell my people that I like to be relationship. So I will tell you how it is. I might end up not selling that for parties, but I'm gonna sell in the future if you have patience with me. So it's not just so real estate is more about understanding what your client needs. Put your client first. Forget the commission, forget the incentive. Just put your client first. Put your client first.
It's actually frustrating when people are not keeping it real.
If a client is asking for something that I don't understand, I always go with I'll get back to you, sir. And then let me get a confirmation. Just to avoid answering what I don't know at that period.
Hmm.
I'll make inquiries about it. Then I come back and tell you, okay, this is what is going to happen if you do this. Because I've also had clients that have defaulted a whole lot, and I went and like, okay, he wants to make payments. He said he wanted to start making payments monthly again, and I said no. That there are possibility that they've already increased the amount, so it's easier if you decide to pay outright. So let me just go with them. If you have the bulk money, like half of it, I can go to the company, beg and beg and beg, find a way around them. They'll be able to collect it in bulk. But you saying just want to pay like 1/10 of it, they would never agree. So we need to also understand ourselves. And luckily, when he now got the full money, I went back. For over a week, I was going to the office, greeting them. The woman got frustrated. I was like, I beg, I started not for my office again. So it's more like I'm
Yeah, I guess.
frustrated. I think I'll be going. I will beg and beg and beg and beg and beg because I understood that what happened with my client that period. He had some issues. It was not like that. He had some issues and he had to. So, but now the money is in his hand. He wanted to just finish up. So we begged and begged. At the end, at first, she said she was going to add extra 3 million. After from 10 million, we reduced to 3 million. Then I still begged and begged. At the end, how much did I have? It was just extra 500,000. After almost 1 year of not finishing no payments. This is like 500,000. So it's just, that's why I said communication and understanding what you're selling.
Yeah. When it comes to real estate in Nigeria, is tied to dollars. When market crashes, right? What happens?
Okay, what's it about I've noticed in Nigeria is whatever goes up in Nigeria doesn't come down. You like leg in market,
Mm.
it doesn't come down. It doesn't come down. So if they've already taken on 40 million in 2 months ago and the market crashes, what they would if you don't do is they might just run a promo. I just said they're running promo for like 1 month, giving you half the price because the market has crashed at that period. Then they take it back. Yeah, but
Multiply.
sorry, that's just what thing we do because going up and coming down, not clients to be like, so me that bought it for similar, do I have two heads? Like I don't am I not normal or something? So basically they just want a promo. And that period, what they will do is they might just close sales. They might close sales on it or say
Mm.
sales are closed. Then they reopen and like, oh okay, we are running promo, trying to go back to that old price, almost the old price. Maybe
Mm.
they got it for 20 million, it might not say 22 million or 21 million. Like it's close to it, and then they're like, okay, promo price, this period, you buy now and you get this, you get this 30% discount 1 month. After 1 month, if they say that the market is still low, extension. They'll do an extension for it.
I'm scared for people buying properties in Nigeria. I mean, this currency fluctuates.
If you convert it back to dollar, it looks
Hmm.
it looks somehow. But the naira value it's still the same thing. It's still the same thing, but just convert it because now Naira it has reduced to 1.3. It's no longer 1.6. And people that bought property last year, maybe they got it for like at 5 million. This year it's still 45. It's still increasing. They don't care whether it has done has dropped down. They won't drop the Naira price. It just shows that. But if you're in if you basically not in the country, okay, it's better for you because the amount when you convert it, it's still almost the same price like someone that bought it last year because of the dollar rate. So, but they will not reduce that naira. No, they will reduce it. They will use the naira price. They will.
Has there ever been a moment, right, in your real estate journey where you're like, I'm done, I'm tired, I'm not doing this again?
Couple of times, like plenty.
Hmm.
Like in fact, almost every time, sef, you just look like, hmm. In fact, okay, I think my first heartbreak in real estate.
Hmm.
That one that I was crying. Basically, I was crying. Like I cried to my friends. And you see, if you're into real estate, they cannot break your heart. Your heart that's done that's done iron. You just chest it because the kind of heartbreaks you see in real estate. Okay, my first heartbreak was that same 2023. Yeah, no, 2022. When I started because when I
Okay.
had a client that wanted to buy a property in Awoyaya, and
Hmm.
it was going for 10 million naira per plot. So I took him there. During that period, I was funny part that I was broke. If I'm being sincere, I was a bit broke. So when he called me for inspection, I went to my friend, fine, after you find me 50K, like help me with 50,000 naira, and let me throw my car and like please tell the clients to at least buy him with something like the it's really to get something to it. Because I did ask, come for inspection, I'll take you out to it. Then we left. We left. So a friend borrowed me the money and then left to the location. When we got there, he liked it. So he said he was going to do 4 floors. So I should have noticed something was wrong when he was asking me, let's go to the office, the company's office. But I just felt some people just want to confirm, like, oh, okay, that
You-
clear existing. So I took him to the office. He picked the form. He was filling it there. Also, there he was going to pay deposit. For deposit was 1 million naira for per plot. So in case he was going for 4 plots, he was going to pay 4 million naira per plot. In my head, I already calculated the commission. No any.
Yeah.
Okay, oh, you have arrived. You've arrived. You've arrived. Calm down. You have arrived. So I was at the office. I wasn't about me. So anywhere I am, I kind of like to make friends with whosoever I'm with. I was trying to be friends with the secretary that was there. So I explained to her, to my friend, we kind of chatted and she kind of enjoyed my conversation while the guy was filling the form. So he said he's gonna take the form home and then the next day he would contact me on the next what he wants to do. So I said okay. And then next day, I was calling him. He was not picking up. Hey, I said my village people, they don't find me. I called him the next day, he wasn't picking up. Next 2 days, was not picking up. Ha! My heart. You know what happened? I started sending him message like, what did I do? Did I do something wrong? We had a good conversation. Everything was fine. Why are you ignoring me? I used another number to call him. He picked up. I said, sir, I'm still waiting for your receipts and your phone. But like, you get back to me. And, this one, okay. I just started thinking, what have I done? So then I think 2 days after, I got a call from an unknown number. It was kind of low. I didn't want to pick up, but I said, let me just pick it up. I picked up, and person said this, you never received this phone. Your client has come to the office to with another person has used somebody else as his realtor and he has paid for that property. I just wanted to tell you because you're a nice person, but you never received this call. He wanted to go to the office to go and fight. You know, those kind of I'm not a brought client. At least those cameras proving that I brought the clients because the office has camera now. But the fact that
Yeah.
gave me that she's just telling me because of how nice I was when I came to their office. That's it. So I just wanted to just know. I had to let go. So I cried. I know I was sick. I cried. And I sent him a message that I'm guessing you've bought the property. I didn't want to say okay because I'm guessing you bought the property, but it's all good. Have a lovely day. I just left it like that. And I just, I just forgot about it. But it was faithful for 2 weeks. I just have him. This real estate is not my calling again. Let me go back to selling my clothes. Because what kind of heartbreak is this? I didn't go to. I wasn't interested in doing anything that period. So it was both of my colleagues that were dragging me out. Like, do you know me for 2 years? Like, what for? You started me and you sold your first month. Do you know that should ginger you more? And you can do it. I should not let one person like teaching me how many heartbreak days to the button that you know what they've gone through. So I just used ginger. And since I was the one with the car, see they needed me to get back on track. And then I went back, and when I told that same company property again, and I went to the office to pick up my client's documents, I met one of them there, and it was like, let me just, do you know what happens that your client, after making that deposit of 4 million naira, he could not pay again. He said he had some issues and they should refund him his money.
When you guys sells property and then this kind of issue arise, that person is like, oh, sorry, I can't pay again. Refund me. The commission, will you also have to refund the company?
And no, what basically they do is they give you back 30%. They remove 30% from the amount you've paid. So I wrote test
Okay.
for 240 because they've already given an administrative fee, they're giving commission, they've paid for administrative fee, they've paid for so many things. So they'll give you
Mm.
30% back of the money. I takes like 3 months or so to get it back. So, but if the fault is from them, if the company that has issue, they give you your full money back. They don't even they give you your full payments back. That's just how it works.
Mm.
So in that case, he was requesting for his full money. So they didn't care that it was, when it was not dragging with lawyer. Thank God I was not director involved. So this is how hard, this is the stress me I would have gone through. So every disappointment. So let's leave it
It's a
like that.
blessing.
Like, because I would have been stressed dragging this and dragging that, because when a client tells you he wants his full money back, and if especially when there's issue between him and maybe they are having issues. You as the realtor now you go suffer first, because we going from here
Mm-hmm.
to there, the stress alone, see that commission, you use the anger to remove and give it to them, because you're stressed, you're stressed. So thank God, at least maybe there was a reason for this to happen. Let's go with his wahala. So plenty time I've had, the one that we were looking for a house to buy. She came from UK. So because
Mm.
one thing we realtor usually say is UK clients is always stress us anyway. Let's be very sincere. UK clients, the thing is they want everything, but they don't want to pay that money. They want you to cut down the amount to have, and they will reject almost everything you give to them, because one of my clients will say, do you think it's easy to make money in UK? US is better. UK, do you know how
Ah,
many tax I will pay?
the hours.
But you don't expect me not to take my time, not to find property the way I actually want, spend a whole lot on it. So she came from UK, quickly before she came, just what she wanted to pay for, change that mind. And I've already done verification on the property. I've wasted money with my lawyer to check the property. She doesn't it's not what they did. We looked for another one. So there was one more particular one that was in that same location, but I did not like the developer's property, because of the fact that his documentation were not always complete. And when you ask him,
Mm.
start telling you, give you extra commission, make you ask and just make sure you sell his property. So meaning
Mm.
that the property we have issue later. So I avoid
Yeah.
property. I avoid his property. So no matter what he says, if we want to manipulate you, okay, I'll give you. If he wants to increase the commission percent, he wants to give you just for you to make sure you sell. For me, I'm more
So,
interested in making sure that my client is fine. So I don't need to agree. So when we're looking for properties around us looking, I passed his property 3 times. I refused to take the client's turn because I already knew I don't like his properties. But she was seeing it. I had no idea that she now went to another realtor to that property to them,
mm.
because his own was always cheaper. That was it. His own was cheaper. Always cheaper, but there's always an issue. So I do not sell.
Mm.
So she went and she bought that. After there's one that we've already done a contract for her that she wants to make payments. One said that she got a cheaper one. I said, congratulations. I asked her which one, and then she just sent me a video. And when I first read it, I asked her, did your lawyer do verification on this property? Yes, that the lawyer, because he agreed to give her that she should pay half of the money. I wanted her to pay 80%, so we agreed on 70, but I was willing to let her pay 30% first, yes, and she can spread balance, and she can even start working on that's how juicy is deal how. Start working on the house. So she took no, it was actually a house, a complete house. So
Okay.
so she can actually start moving in, because she will start moving by December, but those ones they were not willing to give her those discounts she was looking for. So okay, say this one is willing to give her everything. That was why she had to take it. I said it's fine. I said okay. I just advised her to check the documentation. So it was not up to like 4 months to demolish that location. They demolished the properties there, and our own too was demolished. So she now chatted me up that. Don't make a big deal of the demolition of property. And I told her that, do you think I didn't see the property when each time we passed the property, as my eye paining that I didn't see it? And that was why do you think I made the statement that make sure your lawyer checks that documentation? She said, since I knew, why didn't I tell her?
Why didn't she meet with you and say, "Oh, I've seen this property. What do you think about it?"
Tell her. And I told her that you didn't buy it for me. I avoided that property, that location. I've been avoiding that property for a long time. So you should know for me to drive and pass it. I saw it. I saw it. I'm not blind. But I will not sell that man's property. So, but you insisted you wanted something cheap. It was part of what they demolished. And the man, he has traveled though, he not consigned them. He knows what he did. So Mama knows what he did. So he traveled. And when they were not dragging lots of, I think I did a video that period, when they were not dragging lots of the developers, and I was like, you people should learn to do documentations on your phone. You need to check. Not everything because it's cheap or I'm giving you a deadline for to make payments. See, I will tell you, if that's the guy that wants 50,000 here, that dash lawyer, I will confirm or survey you. Then carry
Mhm.
millions and start survey you. So it's best to keep getting 150K every time, and the property is saying no, 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 no. Like when you calculate, it's not even up to a millionaire. If you've done like, even if you've done like four, but you now carry the full money, you're gonna give developer because it's the discount to still be over. You need to do verifications a whole lot, and that property was on a quarter. That time that they were demolishing a quarter.
She
So
said the offer is juicy.
yeah, the fact that she didn't buy it from me, she might also think maybe because he didn't buy
Yeah.
from me. So I'm just trying to get back at her. That's why I just said make sure your lawyer confirms it. At least I gave an advice. I still have the
Yeah.
I liked it when I went back and I liked it. See what I told you here. You didn't read it. Make sure your because it's not my mouth you hear that something else happened. Because you didn't buy. I'm not gonna spoil somebody else's business. I'm not gonna spoil another realtor's business. So you just do your own confirmation yourself. That is my kind of do it yourself. Since you really bought it.
You still have had a lot of aha moments, I believe. Care to share?
Okay, I think when I saw the commercials are more expensive. When I saw the
Mm.
commercial property and when the commission
Mhm.
hit my account, at that moment, even hunger that was killing you, you just sat down. You come back, look at your phone again, look at the alarm again. Just looking at it. I've had so many moments that I had to drag developers that did not fulfill their promises. And I've learned
Hmm.
one thing in real estate is, especially when you're a developer, you tell me you're a pastor. You open your mouth and tell me you're a pastor. In fact, I won't do business with you again. I would not do business with you.
Hmm.
Yes. I've noticed the ones that will use their mouth to tell you that they are pastors, they are fooling. So don't tell me you're a
You know,
pastor. Let me see that child of God value in you. Don't use that
in action.
to hide. Because the people that have given me issues are pastors. Pastor developers have given me so many. They will use the disguise of their pastor. They're not going to when you cry is making payment. Oh, do you know I'm a pastor? I'm this. They'll even when you phone, they'll be praying, those kind too. But when the wahala
Mhm.
comes, oh Lord. A developer that gives me stress, almost a millionaire. I'm a millionaire with my lawyer. After I've forgotten about eating the commission many years ago, I was stressed because I dragged this generator. I dragged him till we had an agreement. Because that's what's about me, oh. I will drag you, even if I dragged you. And he will be shouting with the pastor, who is that not reporting to? I already signed this thing. I already given look, I've already written a petition. I spent money, I took my time. I said, hey, me and you. But at the end we settled them outside and everything is okay. You're looking at me that me, I now have respect. I thought you would not be angry. Anything but like I will not respect you when it comes to my client. I will forget you're a pastor because you've stressed my life. Imagine when if the client just called me, my heart will be beating. You know when you don't even know what to say, you're just until so until I sorted that issue. I said so just last 2 weeks now. We finally got out of agreement because when he saw
Mm.
that I have put me to I thought write petition. I get your time, so I will spend that money. You will answer me. I even requested for compensation for the stress. Wow. Anything I was not backing down. We now had to come to an agreement. So my lawyer had to draft out a letter, his own lawyer draft out, everybody signed, and we have agreed. So
Oh,
it is developers we trouble. We're not careful.
I am a believer. You should trust
Yeah.
me. I will do the right thing.
But I just feel we don't have to do that because I've noticed people that always say I'm a pastor, I attend this church. We don't do that. They end up just I don't know. So I've learned my lesson. I worked with a man, a developer that had no idea he was even a pastor until when one of his staff posted him in church, and I had to ask, wait, he's a
You're
pastor?
a pastor.
And he said, yes, that is a pastor. And I was like, he has never for once tried to mention it, never for once tried to push it to everybody that may pastor come and him. So I was like, well, for the fact that I didn't do this, I can actually trust him. Fact that I just buy, and it's not even the one that posted. It was the staff that posted when he was in church and he was working. So let me see the man of God in you. Don't come and be reminding me that you're a pastor. Because I'm
Mm-hmm.
against my left. All of you that tell me you're a pastor, I know it's the trust spirit. Don't tell me. Remind me. Let me peace. Let me be the one to oh maybe that's oh that let me say oh no one dies like this because he's a pastor. He's now you tell me you're a pastor at the end. Even unbeliever will not do what you did. So
Yeah, we won't do you dirty like that. It's crazy. Developers not meeting up with what they promise, and some construction being brought down. There was one recently that happened that people were crying. What are the checklists you will give to someone that wants to buy a property?
okay. If our base is here in Nigeria now, if they give you everything, no now there's
Yeah.
lawlessness in the country. There are
Mm.
sometimes that your documents might be right, everything might be right, but they will still take it away from you. So why basically I
Mm.
just days is you avoid locations that government's eye is already there. You understand me?
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
in Lagos State, let's talk about the coastal road in Lagos State now. So a lot of people bought that coastal, because of the coastal, they know that place is going to develop well. Like imagine
Mm.
maybe let's talk about fixing the coastal road. So it's more like an advantage. But government too who want to put their eye there. So now they are saying at first, normally according to law, I think it's 70 square meters away from any federal road you must give belongs to the government. But now they are saying well, first, when David Umari was talking, he said around 300, 500 meters away. And luckily now they reduced it to 150 meters. But that 150 meters is still a lot of properties are still affected by it because they only gave the normal 70 meters a day. So what I did last year was I avoided selling to Costa Rica. I didn't even bother filling it just to avoid issues later. So I just avoid they had their documents, but the fact that it was still close to what government had interest in, just stay away from
Mm.
yes, stay away from it. Anything maybe there's an airport close to it, stay away. Especially when they are still developing. Stay away from it. Just give it distance even if you want to sell, buy around that, so let it be like at least over 300 meters. So even if they are taking, it will still not affect you. If you understand? So that period, like last year, a lot of companies were selling those areas, and I did not even push any of them because I knew they might be hitting later. So I just have it. So then, aside from that, let's just say that aside from that, now, if you're buying property, especially in Lagos, make sure you do your verifications very well. Check the survey first. First confirm the survey if you still from acquisition. You check the title. In Lagos now, sorry, Lagos and Abuja, I will not advise you to buy property without title. Like titles like especially in Lagos, that you should look out for is CRO, government allocation, governor's consent, PZ. That's also a good type. Avoid the rest, avoid the fusion, avoid just ordinary survey without any other title. because nowadays they are taking advantage of it. When they say they don't have title, especially when it's some location that
Mm.
I need, they will just opportunity will just take it away from you. You don't have title now to prove, so they cannot even compensate you for your property. So your money is gone. So just avoid those kind of locations that those kind of properties without titles for now, especially in Lagos. Avoid it. Unless the developer you are buying with has she has she has level to work on her documentation. There are some that they are already working on their documentation that you can actually see their work previously. But there are some companies that tell you where you're buying from money, like just avoid it. But always make sure and you do land verification. Go to lands and check the history of that land. Know who bought first, who bought after, how it was sold. You need to know all that history. Because that's the only way, because first, sometimes some people might give you a fake document. And that history will now prove who owned the land before the person that is selling. If you cannot find it there, then you just avoid it. You understand? You just avoid selling and buying those properties. Then when it comes to building approvals, like maybe buy your land is okay. I feel like sometimes the government is demolished in Aja, what they call this estate, Lekki, around Aja, very close to close to a Catholic church. They demolished the properties. They took the fact that they had they even have the building approval, but they were demolished. And someone was like, "I have all the documents," and I said, "The thing is, people do wrote the answer. You have all the documents, but you did not get it the way you're supposed to get it. It's like someone
Mm.
go through university, we do 100, 200, 300, you pay school fees and all that. Like somebody else are now going to buy the results. So now, who now decide that maybe now they like maybe you only like someone that buys result now you now want to go for so political want to enter into politics. You know, they want to look for loopholes. There is
Yeah.
you will find out that your name was never in any attendance, you never attended class,
Mhm.
you never took school fees. There's no this is show that you just as the result. And that means it's fake. They can use that against you. Same thing with land and the land building approvals. I remember when I wanted to do one for my clients last year. No, last 2 years, sorry. When we started the building approval. And someone came up to when I went came up to me that okay, that it can help me fast track it. I will just pay only once to just pay some money, then it can help me fast track everything. I don't have to wait 6 months or those because it takes a longer time because they'll need to keep approving from one place to another. I have a very my lawyer and my surveyor they have integrity. So they said no. Because me, I was looking for even fast tracking fair, but I didn't. And I said, no, Joy, don't try it. That because in future, people they used to demolish when they ask for approval, they start asking them for your bring receipt of this, show receipt of this. They don't have anything to prove that they did, but they'll now be showing only the approval. But there's no evidence that you made payments. How?
Yeah.
How? And they will not demolish. People will not start shouting Lagos State government is demolishing. Most developers, especially those developers who buy their houses, their approvers, they will just do. So you need a surveyor, somebody that will help you search that they followed due process for everything. Everything must be like must they follow the whole process for everything, then you're safe. For
Mm.
think I'm okay, yeah. And my client got his approval. But at least we are okay that in case they are coming, we have evidence, we have the receipts of how many times I made payments to Lagos State to prove that we followed procedure. So it's safe.
Mm.
Like gotten within that within a month. So most diaspora clients they should learn to understand that things take time. Don't be in an hurry. So if they tell you, okay, we can help you fast track it, do not accept it. Follow due. Always follow due. Everything you're doing. So that you have receipt of every procedure. Like when you follow every procedure is available with you. There's no fear. Procedure, every receipt is there. So just follow process. Better late than never.
I mean, that's a lot of eye opener. What advice do you give to people like myself out there that have been thinking or wanting to go into real estate? What are the things they should do or should not do? Cause
Okay, first of all, when I started, because I learned a lot through when I was still working with logistics, follow people that are doing your business, and same business with you, and are doing better than. So you will learn one or two from them. So first thing you do is follow the ones that they've made in real estate. Follow them. Understand their pattern of how they work. When they give explanation to things, go to YouTube, read about property. First of all, understand. Don't just say because you want to start real estate. You need to understand why this property is here. What's the reason why I would want a client to buy this location? So you need to
mm,
understand landmark, what is around there, what is
mm,
coming there. There's nothing around. What is coming there? Where is it close to? What are the locations? Okay, if you get this now, what's probability that this place is going to increase in price in the next 2 years, in the next 1 year, or it's a good location to start a family? You just look at that's for the people that are doing the same job with you to understand it. So you just still you can feel I was feeling from a lot of people that have done so much. I will just see their content, arrange it with my own, so it didn't look like exactly the same. Add my own ideas to it, and boom, it's even now looking better than the person that I I stole from. So it helps you. Like I followed, aside from following Nigerian realtors, I was following US, UK realtors. They're really doing well. I tried to understand because I since they're UK and US, I needed to just like add a little bit of why they do their own things and add it to my own, do it in Nigeria way, and it's looking better. So first you need to follow. And then secondly, you need to be really don't just focus on just posting about properties every time. Give education on why this location is the best location to buy. You can just start topic on if you want to if you first time real estate first time investor, this is what you should look out for before you make payment, before you buy properties. So those things will kind of be catchy to people that just want to start. They will tend to want to listen to you. And most of them want to send you a message like just and try to understand, okay, why do you say I shouldn't do this? And that's that you make him understand. And before you know, you've made a client. You've put him aside. He might not buy now, but he might be looking at your your status to follow you. And when he's ready, he will call you because he's you're seeing that you understand what you're doing. So you follow them,
mhm,
try and go for classes, master class. There are a lot of classes that are actually free. You don't have to pay. There are a whole lot of them just for you to look out for them. So you just join randomly. And because I'm there when I started again. If I just say, okay, they are doing a clinical, I will go. I will go to the office, I'll go and join them. Or if it's online, I will listen because I know that at that moment I'm trying to build myself. So it's not time for me to be forming that I have an idea. I need to understand a whole lot of things. I was able to learn one or two tricks about selling again and how to input it into real estate. And I've even sold from comment section. I made a comment in somebody's page in someone's I don't know, Mufasa Magri, I made a comment there.
okay,
I just made it, and when you're be professional when you're making comments, right? Even your Instagram page, you're using your professional page. Don't use the personal. Don't use your professional page and go and say nonsense. So it has something, and I just
mm,
gave a better explanation. It had nothing to do with real estate. It was just a conversation, and it kind of sound like okay, this person knows what to say. And two people went to like, okay, let me see this person that even made this comment. They saw
mm,
and saw what they were even looking for on my page. And just say, oh, I came from Today North page and I said, let me check. I like this property. Where can I see? I took the person there and he bought. Oh, what's
oh,
nine? Yeah, and so once when you start, you just need to. That's why your page needs to at that moment. You just start. Page does not need to do scanty. Your face should be everywhere on your page. So they know that you're actually real if you're just starting.
mm,
Don't go and put plenty flyers and forget. No, let your face be everywhere. And when you do a class, when I do a master class, I'll post when they give a certificate that you finished, I'll post it that just finish learning, trying to improve my real estate so that I can give my clients better deals and tell me what they're buying. those things, just the posting when you just start. Post those things, people will be like, oh, she's really trying to be a better person, trying to improve herself and all that. So those things will just help as a starter. It will help boost you up.
In being a wife, a mother, and then having to balance that with VST. For certain people who are there that have been looking for one thing to do or the other, might probably be a mom. And like myself, how were you able to balance it?
Okay, when I first started, I had no one. So I was working there between I was working with time when my kids would close from school. I put them in extra class so that they can close school. So I have enough time to to finish
Move
up
around.
until my husband's younger sister came to live with us, and she made it easier for me to stay back and just watch up. But I always tell clients that I always tell friends I want to start like wearing my shoes and don't have anybody. If you don't have anybody, if your school is actually very good, you can put them in extra class, give the teacher extra money for their um afternoon lunch, extra lunch. Then so that when you're coming back, at least they're not exhausted at the moment. So I put them in classes. Then sometimes your husband might can help you if his job is also like flexible. So both of you manage it. So sometimes at first they might not want to, but when you make your first sale, when that money come, make sure your husband eats lots of it. You give him more reason to work for help. But he knows that when you sell, you remember. So spoil him well when you make your first sale. Spoil him well so that when you want to
Okay.
proceed with, please, can you make it? It will create time for it will create that time. It's going to create that time.
Thank you so much for sitting with us and having this conversation. It's a lot of eye opener. If people want to reach out to you, how can they reach out to you? Your handle?
My Instagram handle, my Facebook, and my YouTube is Joy Mena Realtor. Joy Mena, Mena, JoyMena. Then Joy Mena Realtor. Or you can call me on my Nigeria line. I'm in Nigeria. 08132520302. You can reach out to me on that, or you can just chat me on any of my Instagram handle. My Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. That's my name.
Guys, if you're watching it and you stay till this moment, please like if you enjoy the content so that this it puts the video in the faces of people that really need to see this. Thank you so much. Till next time, guys. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.